Man is still a spec to another man. For a man to leave you, he has to make sure he has drained you. He has to make sure he has reduced you to a point whereby no man is going to find you attractive again. He has to make sure that once you leave him, you are going to be in a state that you are going to continuously miss him. You cannot find your way out again. That is when a man will leave you. Before a man will leave you, he has to make sure that you are so much dependent on him. Like, you need to feel it. Because men and their ego, a man wouldn't like to leave you in a way that he will see his ex doing well. No. Men don't leave you when you are still okay. This is the reason why a man will beat a woman and then beg the woman. Let's say at the beginning of the relationship, a man will beat a woman and then apologize to the woman. If he is married to such a woman, wait until the woman start having babies for him. He will beat the woman. He will not apologize. Maybe if she has been sacked from work, she doesn't have a work again. When she is totally dependent on the woman, on the man, when the man hits the woman, the man is going to begin to brag to her. If you want to leave my house, you can leave. There are so many fishes in the river. I can pick up other women if you want to go. You cannot leave, because if you leave, you are going to die of hunger. If you leave, who is going to take care of your kids? A man will not leave you when you are still okay for yourself. That is why when you are living with a man who refuses to do the right thing by you, that man isn't going to tell you to go. You are putting every effort to make sure that your relationship with him work out, that this marriage, your marriage with him work out, but he's not doing anything. He's doing otherwise. He's intentionally leaving you at that moment because he still needs you, because there is one or two things you are doing for him. That is why he still leaves you. Any day he is okay getting what he wants from you, any day you no longer pay the house rent, or any day he can afford to pay the house rent, he can afford to feed himself, he can afford to carry on with other women, you will find out that he's going to drive you away. He would not want you to stay with him again. No man is going to leave you when you are still expect to another man. They will make sure they drain you. This is the nature of man for you. If you are living with a man and you are continuously begging him to do the right thing by you, he can hear what you're saying, but he does not want to do it. Stop reminding him what to do. He knows what to do. If he wants to do it, he will do it. Subscribe to my channel, please. If he wants to do it, he will do it. You don't even need to remind him to do it, because every man is intentional. When they want a woman, they wouldn't like to lose that woman. They would like to do everything possible to keep that woman by his side. Men are intentional beings. Now, Annie Idibia and Two-Face, they are having problem. Two-Face came to social media to announce his divorce with his wife at her lowest moment. This is a case that he said has been on for a long time, and all throughout that period, he didn't thought it was wise for him to come out to announce their divorce. He had to wait to a point whereby Annie is in her lowest, to a point where people were dragging her. That was when the claimed love of her life came to social media to announce their divorce. That is to say that he was helping those people who were against Annie to make them to mock her. And then he has to even address her without adding his surname to the name. He has to detach his surname to the name and then call her by the name Annie Macaulay. That is the level of humiliation. Men claim to love you, and not even claim. They might actually love you at that moment they say they love you. But you know what happens? Life happens. Changes that comes with life can make a man to stop loving you. Not just a man, but a woman as well. Changes that comes with life can make love fade. Now, it is not okay that we keep blaming men whenever there is divorces, and then the woman talk about cheating. or talk about violence, so many things women talk about. It is not always okay that we blame men. Because we are always blaming men, women did not even see their part and what they should do. They now see it as their right that a man does something wrong to them, they should come out and cry about it, or that they are entitled to a man, or that their life is with them. Because you know a man first before every other woman, the man has to end up with you. Because that was what Annie said in one of her podcast. She said she has been into Two-Face's life before every other woman. Then at long run, she found out that many women have had kids for this Two-Face. And then her first child that she's having for Two-Face has to be the fifth child of Two-Face. And you know what happened? This wasn't enough for her. She wanted more. She knew that this man wasn't living up to her expectation. She knew that this man, Two-Face, isn't someone that she can face. Because obviously she's an emotional type. And she's not someone who can say, let her be intentional with this type of thing. Because if not, for you to know that your boyfriend for you to know that you were dating a man and then he got different women pregnant, he had 5 kids while in relationship with you, you were aware of this, and then you want to go on to marry this man. For you to know this, you should be intentional with it. It means that you are making this decision knowing that anything that happens in this marriage, I'm not going to let it affect my mental health. I'm not going to let whatever he's doing affect me. Because this man is a big name. Two-Face is a big name. I want him to father my children. I want his name to be attached to my name. As his wife, you should make intentional decision. Whatever he's doing should not affect you anymore. All what you want should be that title, Two-Face Idibia's wife. Or all what you wanted was to give his name to your children. That is a big name. Women should be intentional with the choices they are making most times. But no, you went on to marry this man. Idibia, Annie, I keep calling her Idibia. That is what we know her. Annie Idibia went on to marry Two-Face, expecting him to be all innocent. Something he has been doing in a relationship that you tolerated. Of course, he's going to do more when he's married to you. Because for you to accept him and desperately married him, it is not as if he has married you and then you found out something that he was doing. But you are dating him. He was doing all of these things. And you went on to marry him. You expect a change. No. That is whom he is, and he's going to do more. Because he expects you to understand him. He expects you to do what? Cover up his shit for him. Men aren't gonna change in marriage in a situation like this. What people do is to make adjustments for you to do what? For them to be able to accommodate you. But in a situation like this, whereby you know that this person has totally dealt with your emotion, he has no respect for the love both of you have for each other. This guy is just someone who is in relationship, he's not even married, and then he's already father to how many kids? 5 kids before your own. She went on to marry Two-Face and expects a change and expect him to be a saint. She invested so much in that relationship and marriage that she can no longer let go. This is what happens when you do too much for people. When you do too much in your relationship or your marriage, you find it difficult to let go. Whatever thing you are doing in your marriage should be worth doing. It should be the needful. It should be something that you should do. And make sure whatever thing you are doing, you should carry yourself along. It is yourself first before you do any other thing. If you are doing anything that would affect you, you want to displease yourself so that your marriage could work, you want to displease yourself so that your relationship or your friendship could work, then you are doing the wrong thing. Because everything you did for peace or everything you are doing for peace is the cause of the problem you are having. It is going to cause more problem. This is it. Someone did the wrong thing, and rather than make them do right, rather than get them to correct it, You went on to carry it upon yourself. You took it upon yourself, maybe to apologize, maybe to do the right thing for them, rather than to allow an adult to do the right thing. You think you're in a better position to do it. That is going to continue to cause problem for you. And of course, when you are dealing with a man, whatever you do first, he would want you to keep doing it. Men are not like women. Men are not like women that easily change or adapt. No, they have some ego. It is a woman who would change her name to answer a man's name. It is a woman who would leave her house to go and live with a man. It is not easy to get a man to change and do all of these things. That is why when you start to apologize as a woman for something you didn't do because you wanted peace to reign, you are going to continue doing that. He's never going to change. He will see it as his right. And any day you want him to do the right thing, he will think that you are beginning to listen to people outside. He is a man. And so his ego is something what is leading him. It is a woman who might be doing something wrong, and then you can correct, or you are doing something and then you sit her down to speak to her. Babe, I don't like the way these things are going. I want you to start doing it from today onwards. She will easily pick that up. But when it comes to a man, you tell him, for over 5 years I'm married to you. I've been the one apologizing. I want you to start doing this. Otherwise, because I can't cope anymore. You're not making any sense to him, because for a whole 5 years you have been doing this. Why the sudden change of mind? You are going to continue to make peace to reign if you want peace to reign. And I tell you, you're not getting any peace, because everything you are scared of happening, you do not want that marriage to sink. You do not want that relationship to end. Everything you are scared of happening is going to happen in later years, later days of your life. This is it. This is the reason why we have divorce cases after 25 years, after 20 years, after 15 years of togetherness. You're going to hear the woman say, I've been trying to cope with this man. I've been trying to see if I can live or manage with this man, but I cannot take this anymore. That is after 15 years, 20 and above years of sacrifices. And what is going to happen in such divorce case is that you are going to divorce with so much pains and regrets. You're going to divorce knowing that you have put your effort, only that it didn't work. You're going to divorce regretting everything you have ever done for that person. If it is not working, it is not working. The earlier we begin to let women know the truth, the better for them. My baby woke up. The earlier we tell women the truth, the better for them. Instead of dragging men all the time, women should learn to do better. If it is not working, it is not working. Because at the end of the day, women are at the receiving end. You cannot allow yourself to get pregnant for a man and then you want to drag that man, and then some people are saying it is by law that the man must take care of the child. Why must a man take care of that child? Because you got pregnant for a man without his consent. What if he's not ready for fatherhood? And now you want to say a man had something to do with a woman unprotected, and so for that reason a woman should get pregnant. At the end of the day, who goes about crying? The woman. At the end of the day, who is going to carry the pregnancy? The woman. At the end of the day, who is going to look after that child? The woman. So you see, women are at the receiving end. The more reason why women should play more safe. If he doesn't want to marry you, let him be. Do not allow him have something to do with you unprotected. And if you must do unprotected, you have to take care of yourself after that. Stop allowing yourself and then you blame men. And then people will come online to drag men without telling women the truth. The earlier we start saying this truth, the better. And then women now have this sense of entitlement. They now reason in a way that a man is supposed to do this, a man is supposed to do that. What about the woman? What was the woman meant to do? You have to do something as a woman. Women are at the receiving end. We should stop blaming men. And if we get it at the back of our mind, if we let every woman know that you are at the receiving end, and so you should protect yourself more. Believe me, some of these things happening will not be happening, because every woman will know that If I allow myself to do this without protein, if I allow him to ejaculate inside of me without taking anything, I'm gonna get pregnant, and it's gonna be my fault. She will do something about it. If you let her know that when she do too much and things is not working out well, he has the right to his life, she's gonna sit up and do something better for herself. Stop leaving yourself behind. Carry yourself along. It is not always a man's fault. And then when women come online to cry, and then they expect empathy, it is this empathy that is misleading a lot of us. Let us be truthful for once and say things the way they are. Because people are always dragging men, why did you ejaculate? Why did you get her pregnant? Why did you come into a woman? Does not make it the right thing. He didn't rape the woman to start with. They both agreed to have fun, and it is not in a man's position to do something after he had something with a woman. It is the woman who should do something. So they had something together. It is the woman who should do the rest of the work. If you don't have money, collect money from him to buy something and take, or you go to the hospital. You know the right thing to do. It is not always about men. But now we have made it to be all about men. You did something with me, I got pregnant. How is that his fault? You both did something. You both did something. You both had fun. You both are adults. He didn't force you to do anything.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah.
He didn't force you to do anything. So guys, at the end of this live stream, all I wanted to say is, every woman should know that she is at the receiving end. Stop blaming men. A woman is at the receiving end, making it, a woman is at the receiving end, which means that a woman has more role to play. A woman has to be more careful. When you know you don't want to take it, do not take it. If you don't want it, do not accept it. Okay? And if you are doing anything for a man, carry yourself along. If you are investing in your relationship and in your marriage, carry yourself along. Do not do more than you can stand. If something happens to you tomorrow, a woman will rise to defend your man. It is now happening. If anything happens, another person will come out. It is still the same gender, women, that will still come out to justify what the man did. So what should you do? Play safe. Play safe, because you are easily replaceable. To replace you is not difficult. Okay, I hope I've been able to speak to any beautiful woman that's going to come across this video to please prioritize herself first. Invest more in yourself. And when you see things are not working out, do not force it. Do not force it. Make intentional decision anytime you want to make a decision. If you insist on doing something with a man, make sure it is something you want to do. If you know a man is behaving, if you know a man is cheating and you insist to live with him, do not let it affect you. Be intentional with your decision and know that this is what this man is doing and this is the reason why I want to live with him. Do not let his cheating attitude affect you. If you know that he has kids and then you want to live with him, do not let any of those things affect you. Just live with him knowing that you want to live with him for a reason. And for that reason you are living with him, that is your only reason. That is the only thing you should make sure you fulfill. Okay, guys. I will see you guys in my next live stream. Thanks for joining and God bless you. Bye.